Hey guys, it's Krist back again with my final pickups video for 2019, and got quite a few once again. A lot of them are from the Black Friday deals, so we'll start with the newer games first. So this is a Black Friday pickup here for PS4. That is Crash Bandicoot or Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I waited a while to get this. I have all the games on PS1 basically, so I wasn't in a huge rush to get this. And this game released with some issues, which have been patched more recently. And the interesting thing about this version, the one that says 2 bonus levels included, this includes DLC and a few of the patches that have released since the game came out. And yeah, so they're on the disc. You still need to patch it a couple. I think there's been 2 new patches since this, but this is the most, complete physical version of this game so far. But yeah, it's Crash Bandicoot 1 through 3 on one disc, PS4, current gen style graphics. So yeah, cool series. I do have all the originals, like I said, and Crash Team Racing I have on PS1 as well. So not sure if I'll ever get Crash Team Racing remaster, because I never really got into that game that much. But yeah, cool pickup. I think I got this for $15 at Walmart. I was just randomly shopping for black tea and probably eggs or something. Like, I think it was like 11 or midnight at Walmart, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Black Friday, and I see all the games out and all the people going up and down the grocery aisle looking at the games. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just see what they got. And yeah, this was one of them. So yeah, I grabbed this on a whim. All right, so next up, this is another Black Friday pickup, also from Walmart, but I didn't pick it up that night I was speaking of. I ordered this pickup at store, since they never really carry this game in stock, and that is Dragon's Crown Pro. It's kind of a weird logo that's hard to see, but yeah, Dragon's Crown Pro, the PS4 version, obviously. Most of my pickups are on PS4, but yeah, I got this one for, I believe, $15 as well. But yeah, I had to wait a bit for it to ship to the store. It's got this slip cover, and it's not a steel book, it's a metal case, so it's a broke ass steel book basically, but very cool looking design. As you can see, it's actually like embossed, so it kind of sticks out a bit. And it did have a few scratches on the case on the back, like up here and down here, but I did cover them up with a marker, so can't really see. And yeah, it's a cool case though. I do own this game on PS3 and Vita already, but figure $15, why not? It's a great game, and it's a cool like collector's item. But comes with these little like skill cards, which I haven't bothered opening. Not much reason to open them. But yeah, the cool thing is you can transfer all of your save games. So I have a save game that maybe has 20 hours on it on PS3 and Vita. So I was able to transfer that over, and yeah, I'm in like the end game of this. I did stream it for a little bit, and yeah, it's a cool game. It does look better on the PS4, but it's pretty much the similar kind of game. But I guess this version has less slowdown, and it has all the patches on the disc, which is nice. I mean, when I put this in, it didn't get a patch, so it's complete. It's like the complete version, so it was worth getting for $15. So yeah. All right, so another PS4 game. Let's get it going. This one you've been seeing me play on live stream. That is Kingdom Hearts, the story so far. Another Black Friday pickup. I think this one was $20. So yeah, it's 2 discs. One of my discs is still in the PS4 because I'm going to live stream right after I record this. So the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 disc I got in the system, and this is the Kingdom Hearts, what is it called, 2.8 or whatever. It's a bunch of like the spin-off games after 2. So yeah, Gonna slowly work through. I'm at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, and then I'm gonna jump straight to Kingdom Hearts 2, and then play all the side stuff. There is like a chronological order you can play them, but I've heard that playing them in the release order is better, even though it's not the timeline order, because they spoil things if you play it in canonical order. So yeah, I'm just gonna play 1, then 2, and then I forget how it goes. Like, I think you play the Game Boy Advance one, and then the DS, and then the PSP, or whatever. But yeah, I'm working through this series, and I'll be live streaming it quite a bit, as you've probably seen. And then I also got this on Black Friday, Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, I've never been into this series, but it's fun to stream it, I guess. But yeah, this was actually cheaper than the Kingdom Hearts story so far. Probably because that's more desirable than this, because this was a disappointment for people. But yeah, I got this one for 15 rather than 20 of the other one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it and Kingdom Hearts 2, just because Kingdom Hearts 1 has a lot of flaws that I'm seeing. And yeah, I want to see the improvements that the series has gotten over the years. But yeah, this just got some DLC announced as well, called, I think, Remind, which puts all the Final Fantasy characters back in the game, or at least like a little bit. Hopefully that's not too expensive. I don't know if I'll get it. We'll see. But yeah. Next up, this was another one I picked up on Black Friday when I was out at Walmart, just on a whim. And I've got the reverse cover art, but this is the PS4 Marvel SpiderMan game, you can see. And yeah, this is actually the Game of the Year edition, or yeah, it's Game of Year edition. So it has a DLC voucher instead of all the stuff on a disc, which sucks, but it is what it is, bro. But yeah, it's a cool game. I'm enjoying it. I think it might be overrated. It seems like your typical open world game with, you know, typical superhero style combat like Batman Arkham or whatever, but it's not bad or anything. I think it does have some woke shit in it, but I got this for $15 on a whim. I wasn't even planning on buying this game, but whatever. Whatever. Alright, so I guess we'll do the Nintendo Switch games I've gotten. So these were the last 2 games I was waiting to get today before doing this video. So the first one is this game. It's called Gunvolt Chronicles, Luminous Avenger IX. Such a weird name. But this is my weeb shit, and it really makes me happy. This is by the developers of the Mega Man Zero series. So it's kind of the spiritual successor to Mega Man Zero a little bit, but it's still quite different. I also have the Gunvolt Striker Pack on Switch, which is I think the 2 3DS games. But yeah, this is the newest one. This one came from Limited Run Games, and supposedly it has some of the DLC on the cart, whereas there was another release without the DLC, like in Japan or something. So we shall see. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can kind of see, like, right there, there's a little nick on the case, and it went through to the label, so it's a bit annoying when that happens. It happens in a lot of Switch games, I've noticed. They get, like, nicked by something, and it kind of ruins it, but it's not too bad. It's, like, right on the corner. But I don't know if I'll contact Limited Run, because then they'll make me send it back, and I won't have it for, like, 2 weeks or whatever, or more, and I don't want to deal with that. I'll probably just, maybe I'll contact them and ask for a partial refund or something for the damage, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it's a cool 2D action game. I played it a bit on the PC version, but I'm glad to have it on the Switch for a physical copy, for the portability. And having like all the games on one platform is cool. So yeah. And here's another one I kind of bought on a whim, even though I was planning on getting it eventually, but not this recent. Naki, which is an action RPG, an overhead perspective action RPG. kind of looks like a mix of like Diablo and, Chrono Trigger or something. I don't know. But it's made by the people who did I Am Setsuna, Lost Sphere, so RPG Toy Factory. But yeah, this one's an action RPG, not turn-based. But yeah, it looks a bit like a Japanese version of Diablo or something. Kind of overpriced though. Their games look very indie quality, like very low budget. But this is like a $50 or $60 game, depending on where you buy it. The strange thing with this copy, this is from a eBay seller called Pop N Games, Pop N Games, and this is the only version I've seen with a English cover and no rating on the label. So some people were suspecting that this is basically, if you look at the cart, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it says it's the Japanese cart. Like you'll see a JPN letters on it. So people suspect this is like a Chinese version, that they took the Japanese version, printed their own covers, and sold it to like eBay resellers. So I'm a bit wary about having bought this. I didn't know that was the story before I bought it. So this might not be like an official cover. This might be like some weird Chinese bootleg cover, but I guess the cart itself is legit. So just kind of weird, but whatever. It is what it is, bro. So yeah. But yeah, it looks like a cool game. I played the demo and I liked it immediately. I just didn't want to buy it right away, but then I thought, what if it becomes rare or something? I better buy it while I have the money. So yeah, I got it. I will try it out very soon. I just got that today as well. And this I got 2 days ago. This one's very cool. This is a limited run release of Turok 1 and 2, the HD remasters. These are the Switch versions. And yeah, it's this cool like double pack packaging, as you can see. You got both the games. You got the N64 carts on the front cover, and then just some of the info on the back, and then a spine, which looks nice on the shelf. But yeah, it's just a simple slip cover with the two games, and it has this nice like foil looking finish on it. You can see that with Turok 2 and Turok 1. Turok 2 kind of has like this textured looking shininess, as you can kind of see. But yeah, both games have all the patches on the carts. I tested that out. So yeah, these games got a lot of improvements. I don't have the carts in there right now. But yeah, these games got a lot of patches to improve them. So these are complete on the cart. So that's good. And pretty neat little package. I'll show you each one. Like each one comes with, backing art. It has an actual instruction manual, which I will show. And of course, since it's a limited run release, it has this limited run like collectible card, whatever. So that's for Turok 1. And I'll just show you the manual. The manual isn't super big, but it's got some info in it, and it is in color. So kind of interesting, but it is what it is, bro. Turok is a cool series. Turok 1, I think, has aged better than Turok 2 did. Turok 2 has kind of some weird, archaic design choices as far as like the exploration and stuff. Speaking of which, the inside of Turok 2, just kind of the scaly skin, dinosaur texture, whatever. And yeah, it's kind of like shiny looking. But yeah, this has a manual as well. And I'll show you the card. This is the Joshua Seed collectible card. They're kind of shiny, foil looking. And these are by Night Dive Studio, by the way, which I believe they're doing the System Shock 1 remake. And yeah, just kind of a mini instruction manual. It's got some, colored art in it. A lot of enemies, and actually this one's mostly just this one's mostly just a bunch of enemies and concept art. So a pretty cool little package. I paid, I think, $60 for this double pack, or you could have bought them separate for 30. I think they sell these separate at Best Buy for like a limited amount. But yeah, okay. Well, let me put this card back in here and we will move on. But yeah, very cool ports. The PC versions look the best, and I think I did live stream of both of those. But yeah, cool to have Tarak 1 and 2 portable, because I am Thurston. That was an inside joke when I was a kid with my cousin. Whenever we'd play Tarak, I'd say my name in the Tarak fashion. But okay, next game. This is another Black Friday pickup, and I think I got this for $12 or $15, and that's Persona Q2. Now I don't have Persona Q1, but this is kind of a spin-off for the 3DS, and it's like a first-person dungeon crawler with, you know, graphic adventure style gameplay, and it's like a mashup of a bunch of different Persona characters. You can see Persona 5, Persona 4, and 3 characters. So yeah, this was one of the final, or if not the final, physical 3DS release in the US. And it's a cool game. It seems pretty niche as far as gameplay, but I'll probably try to get into it eventually and maybe get Persona Q1 eventually. But I heard this is the better game than Q1, so yeah, we'll give it a try at some point. But okay, now the last actual game here is a Goodwill pickup. I don't snag a lot of these because Goodwill is, as I've said before, running dry on. Maybe it's because I have too many games and they don't have what I'm looking for, but sometimes I find stuff like this SSX3, the extreme snowboarding game. And I got SSX1 from Goodwill like a couple years ago, so it's cool to find SSX3. I guess I just have to find 2, and I think there's some other games as well. But I would have liked to get the Xbox original versions of these, but this was like $4, so I don't know if the disc condition was the best. Let's see. And the disc is actually, it only has like 1 or 2 light scratches, so it's pretty good condition, and it has the manual and everything, so it's cool. I tried a couple of the tracks, and it's a fun game. 1080 snowboarding was always my favorite, but now that I've tried this game, it is pretty cool. Like it's different than 1080 snowboarding. It's more extreme and flashy, but it's still very cool. I feel like 1080 Avalanche on GameCube tried to take some ideas from this series, because this was the more popular game at the time. 1080 had kind of died off as far as popularity. It only had 2 games, but yeah, these SSX games are pretty cool, so I might try to find the other ones if they're ever at Goodwill. I think I still need to find Cool Borders 1 on PS1. I have every Cool Borders game. I don't know if I have the PS2 games though. I think I have all the PS1 Cool Borders games, which I do have nostalgia for Cool Borders 2 and renting the other Cool Borders games. But yeah, SSX, that's the last actual game in my pickups. And just 2 more things. One I can't really show, but here's another Goodwill purchase. It is the official Nintendo Wii Zapper. So I've got my Wiimote, one of my Wiimotes and nunchucks in place. So yeah, just good for light gun shooters. I also have the Nico Perfect Shot, which is more like a pistol. But yeah, you can, control the control stick like this, shoot. And the interesting thing here, I'll show you. You can hide the cable, as you can see. The cable is just kind of going into the handle. If you slide that off, you can see I have the cable all wrapped up in there. It's pretty cool how they designed it that way. And then you can just close that up, and the cable to the nunchuck goes out and into the nunchuck up here. So, and then you can just kind of, I think you pop this open or something. Yeah, you can just pop this open to like take it out. But yeah, it's cool how they kind of gave it like cable management, basically, like what you see with a PC. But yeah, it's cool to have the official, Nintendo Wii light gun accessory. Even though there's technically not really any electronics in this, it's just like the trigger, and that's it. That's literally all it is. It's just a handle with a trigger. That's the only mechanism in it. But yeah, it's cool to have it as far as collectability, because I like to collect, light guns in general. So yeah, just adds to my light gun collection. And now I got 2 light guns to use with like the House of the Dead 2 and 3 collection, so I can dual wield. So yeah, that is my final physical pickups for this video. And then the only other thing I picked up was basically a 512 gigabyte micro SD card for the Nintendo Switch. And I got that for, I believe, $63 at Walmart, or at Best Buy. So yeah, my Switch was in desperate need of more storage. I don't do digital games. I got a couple, but I mostly do physical, as you know. But Switch games get a lot of patches as well, and I used up that 32 gigabytes of onboard memory pretty quick. It's more like, 25, 28 gigs after formatting. But yeah, I was running out of space just from patches and a couple of digital games. So now I got 512 gigabyte. That should be enough for me, since I'm, a physical mostly buyer. So yeah, that should last me for the rest of the Switch generation. I was tempted to buy 2 memory cards because I want 1 micro SD for my modified PlayStation Vita, because you can modify you can use like basically a case for a micro SD, so it fits in the Vita memory card slot, and then you use some sort of homebrew to enable use of micro SD cards on the Vita. But I didn't want to spend a ton of money, so I'll wait for another deal. Or if I find, like a 1 or 2 terabyte in the future, I'll just put my 512 gigabyte from the Switch into the Vita down the line and use that for homebrew type stuff. So yeah, that is it for my pickups. Hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, this should be all I'm getting this year, for the rest of the year. But yeah, I got a lot of new releases coming out in 2020. A lot of them I'll have to skip because I can't afford to buy all these games. But yeah, you'll get probably some more pickups videos maybe in February or March. It's just, it was, Black Friday time, so I figured I'd get some more games. And sometimes I find stuff at Goodwill, but yeah, we'll definitely have another video coming up in a few months. But for now, I've got plenty of games to play, so we will probably be holding off on purchases for a while. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, peace out.